You need to know this before you use a supplement that contains glands. Also, what this baby hair is like out of control. This is what happens when you fix your thyroid health and your cortisol levels, and all of a sudden you get a bunch of new hair growth. By the way, I'm Marissa Faye. In case we haven't met before, I specialize in helping women with cortisol imbalances and hormone imbalances reverse and reduce their symptoms so they have steady energy all day, their bloating is decreased, they're not craving a bunch of salty and sweet food, and they actually can move through life without their symptoms being like the first thing on their mind. I also did a fresh henna, and you can really see it in this light. Anyways, let's talk about this because glandular supplements and organ supplements have really become the rage. And I've been using these supplements in my practice since the beginning, about 8 years ago when I started this work. But here's the thing. You really have to be careful in matching the right type of organ or gland support for your body. Now, let's first differentiate what a gland is versus an organ. Glands create and release something. And in many cases, we're talking about glands that are a part of your endocrine system or your hormone system. So you might be seeing different companies market things like female glandular supports. Those usually contain sometimes part of the pituitary or a part of the brain, in addition to ovarian tissue from a dead animal. Now, organ supplements on their own are a little bit different. That is going to literally be an organ that is dried and put into a capsule. So liver supplements are really common, and you see those a lot talked about online, I feel like, these days. Liver supplements are often thought of as like nature's multivitamin, is what we kind of call them in the holistic and functional medicine space. But I will tell you, even liver supplements are not for everybody at every time. When it comes down to whether or not I'm going to use an organ or a glandular supplement with a client or with somebody in my group program that helps rebalance cortisol levels and helps them to have steady energy and no bloating and to feel really good in their body and be able to button their pants, I'm looking to understand where there might be a deficiency. This is really important because when I'm seeing a lot of women out there who have something like PCOS or suspect something like PCOS, taking a glandular support that contains ovarian tissue, you are potentially making things worse. However, if you're a woman who's dealing with something like infertility and you know that your ovaries need support, that they're a bit sluggish, then perhaps ovarian tissue is a match for your body. It's actually a lot more complicated than this, but I'm trying to shorthand some things for you so you can better understand and decide if these things are for you. Oftentimes when I see a woman who presents with irregularities in sleep, with lots of hair loss, with cold hands and feet, these are symptoms that overlap with cortisol dysregulation and thyroid dysregulation, by the way. We consider if a thyroid glandular support is right for them. And in many cases with clients who have sluggish thyroid function, something like that can't be really supportive. There are also some bodies where it doesn't agree with them. So it's really important to remember that supplements are not one size fits all. There's a whole week in my group program dedicated to supplements because we really want to make sure we're matching it to what your body needs. Interested in steady energy levels, really committing to 2024 being about your health, your hormone balance, then make sure you apply now to my cortisol balancing group program, the Balanced Hormone Academy. The link is in my bio, switch the B and the L, and you can apply now. There are 2 bonus seats I just opened up because the program is completely full, but I really wanted to celebrate and felt like there are 2 more women who I know I could help. So head to the link in my bio, fill that out if this sounds right.